This search took 22 days, and I will tell you that the first 7 to 10 days, it was really important for me to understand as much as I could about our hockey program and about how people internally viewed us, what our student athletes were feeling, and what people externally were saying about us. Because it was important for me to know what we were before we could figure out where we wanted to go with our next hire. And as part of that search, as part of that process, it was an enlightening 7 to 10 days, and I took some great notes and figured out that we needed a leader. We needed a teacher, a recruiter, someone who could be a role model for our young men, a hard worker, a strategist, a communicator, and a coach who could be a good teammate in our department and a partner as we build a championship caliber program. And so that led me to Greg Carvel. One of the best things that you can do as an AD when you're looking at this hire, when you're looking at any hire, is to ask yourself 2 questions. The program that your head coach just left, did he leave it in better shape than he found it? And were they disappointed to see him go? And a resounding yes was the answer in both cases. And that's how I know we've got a really good head coach at the University of Massachusetts. So it's my pleasure to welcome Greg, his wife Dinah, and their kids, Catherine, Ava, and Drew, back to Amherst. It's a special day for this university, an exciting day for our department and the future of our hockey program. It's with great pleasure that I introduce the 14th head coach of ice hockey at the University of Massachusetts, Greg Carvel.
I got to tell you, I'm extremely excited to be here. It's a wonderful day for me and my family. The connection that I do have with UMass and my wife in the area, like Ryan said, it just all added up, and it's a wonderful opportunity for me, and I'm very excited. Everybody who I spoke to just said the exact same thing. They're like, everything is there at UMass to be successful, and as the emotion of moving away from St. Lawrence faded, my excitement grows and grows and grows. And from the second I told Ryan, yes, I want to come, I've been on cloud 9. I'm ecstatic about this. Ryan described me pretty well as a coach, and I think if you ask anybody, it's been pretty consistent. I consider myself a very passionate coach and ambitious at the same time. Very strong work ethic. My preparation is second to none. Attention to detail. My teams, like Ryan said, we play with a purpose. We play hard, and we play right. And that, for me, at St. Lawrence was as important as wins and losses. I wanted to be respected. I told my players we need to command respect. You don't demand it, you command it. And I felt in the last 2 years we had teams that commanded respect. I'm not just a hockey coach. I'm a guy who I feel I base everything on communication and connection. And some of these kids are going to go on and be very good NHL professional hockey players, but what we do here, there's a much bigger purpose. Like, this is the best 4 years of their life, and they need to have a coach who recognizes that, who wants to be an important part of that experience. I will work very hard to build this hockey team, but I will work just as hard to connect the student body to the team, the town, the alumni, and anybody in the state of Massachusetts who's a hockey fan, make them realize what goes on here.
Great first impression. Really excited about the future and what he brings. Seems like a very personal guy. Really cares about us and making relationships, even with their families. It's going to be a lot different than what we're used to, but very excited for the change. And obviously, it's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think our team is very well committed and going to buy into the new system.
Awesome. I think leaving the room, 10 of us went and had dinner, and it was almost like a group of 10-year-old girls. We were so giddy, we couldn't believe it. We were so excited. I mean, everything he said, everything he brought to us was just, it was awesome. Like, we couldn't be more excited. He's got some real good core values. He wants to turn it around. Like you said, it's a challenge for him just as much as it's a challenge for us. So we're excited to get going.